Welcome to another video. I thought I'd just do a quick video because I've been working on these little, these beautiful Lawson Cypress. Yeah, Lawson Cypress. Stunning colours. Stunning. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I thought I'd do a quick video because I've just been tidying up a load. Because they need tidying up. Basically, they need tidying up. But yeah, they're quite an interesting species, the old Lawsons. Also known as a Pemury blue. Don't know if anybody knows that. Pemury is a little village in, where is it? It's in Kent. That's where it is. Kent in England. For anybody that doesn't know England very well. In fact, I think most English people don't know England very well. I certainly don't. So yeah, Pemury is a little village near Tunbridge Wells, I think. Lovely little village. Very quintessential. Yes, very English. Very quintessentially English. Beautiful place. Funny place though. Well, not a funny place, because if anybody's out there from Pemury, you're like, hey, ain't that funny? What are you on about? No funnier than you. Yeah, you probably got a point there. No, the point I made, it's not a funny place. It's got a funny history. No, it's not even a funny history. I can't say that, because it's quite serious. It's serious. Serious it is. It's a phobia. Does anybody know about this? It's quite interesting. So, Pemury is known for a phobia of travelling. So, and it's quite a well-known phobia. Hodophobia, it's called. H-O-D-O phobia. Hodophobia. Yeah, it's a fear of travelling. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, all that kind of stuff. But it actually, the phobia that was named and studied and treated in Pemury. That's where it all started from. The local hospital started up a ward to treat people. And it all kind of started in the early 19th century when the motor vehicle really took off and the old horse and cart were seen less of and used less of. So there was more motor vehicles around. Anyway, people freaked out. People weren't used to them. Like the aliens had invaded. What's that in there? Don't know what that is. Yeah, so yeah, people basically didn't like the transition between horse and cart and the motor vehicle. Now, you can look at it two ways. Yes, back then I'd imagine a lot of people got car sick because they weren't very refined. Wooden wheels, no suspension, just a cushion to sit on, or a bag of hay or something. That's hay, not hay. Hay as in like hay that you cut out of the field. So yeah, I can imagine it was all a bit weird at the time. So yeah, this ward, they treated people. It wasn't just the locals. I'm not saying everybody from Pemury suffered from it or needed treating, but that's where they started the ward up. Yeah, going back to what I was saying. Now, yeah, you can kind of think, yeah, okay, I'll get that. People might have been a bit freaked out, but also I thought about this and I'm thinking, well, was it really the people with an actual condition? Because I think it was too early in the day to tell, really. So I thought it might have had something to do with the government. Now, it's a bit of a conspiracy here. I am a bit of a conspiracist, theorist. I think it had something to do with the government. The government needed to encourage more people to make that transition between horse and cart a motor vehicle. Now you probably think, well, why the government? Well, of course the government wanted to. Government could see the opportunity, money. So anyway, that's my theory behind it. So yeah, hodophobia. Yeah, it is quite serious actually. There are people that really do freak out about travelling, mainly on aeroplanes, obviously, which I can understand. You know what I mean? Always take a parachute. Always take a parachute. So yeah, quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. There you go. A bit of useless information about Pemury. So Pemury, let's go back to the plant, shall we? Pemury blues. Now I thought these come from Pemury. I did. I thought they'd come from Pemury. Kind of they do. Kind of. So there was a horticultural industry in Pemury where people grew lots of different types of plants from around the world. Yes, and they developed this to make it bluer in colour. So the native species isn't actually as blue as this. There you see that. It's not actually as blue as that. This is a hybrid developed in Pemury. It's probably developed in that hospital, in a ward next to the other ward. But yeah, so the native plant isn't as blue as this. It is blue, don't get me wrong, but it's not as blue. So yeah, it was developed in Pemury to produce a bluer flush or a bluer growth. And they won awards for it, apparently. Yeah, they won a few awards. You know, I would have voted. Definitely. It's beautiful. I love these plants. Beautiful colours. Beautiful. So yeah, there you go. They're actually native, because they're a cypress, they're actually native to California. So yeah, which I can understand. Yeah, but yeah, for years I thought, oh yeah, Pemury blues, yeah, it was us that did that. No, it wasn't. We nicked it off the Americans. So there you go, another bit of useless information for you. There's a bit of wire in there. Don't know what he's doing in there. He needs liberating. Change the camera angle. I watched that video the other day that I did on the old Picea, and I do apologise. I really do. I say the film crew, I don't know where they're at. I haven't heard anything from them. Given up on them. I've ordered me pixies off of eBay. They're arriving next week. I've come to the conclusion that they can just eat the cat food. So it ain't going to cost me that much to feed them. But yeah, oh, somebody just pulled up outside. Who's that? Who's that? You're not from round here. Who's that? So I should be watching what I'm doing here. Getting the right old pickle. Getting a pickle. There we go. There's a white. Yeah, I didn't see that one. He's a sneaky little fellow, wasn't he? He's sneaky. You know why, don't you? Yeah, you know why. Because it's buried in the trunk. Left it in there too long, didn't you? Always doing that. Yeah, point. Good point. It's good. Right. There we go. Yeah, what were we talking about? Pemury blues. Pemury blues. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wire this top because he's a bit all over the place down here. He needs a bit all over the place up there. Balance it out. I'm not going to cut the top. I'll let that grow. It's going to be a leader. It's going to fatten everything up. Fatten it up. Right, grab some wire. That'll do. That'll do. For talking of wire again, I seem to talk about wire all the time, but it is quite interesting. So for years I thought straightening wire before you start is important. You know, you get your pliers and you can twang them, or you roll it on something and you straighten it out by hand. You don't need to, because very often you find the wire that you're putting on came off the same size branch as what you're doing now. So when you actually wind it around, all these kinks and bends naturally go in the right place anyway. So yeah, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. In fact, let's use this bit as a good example. I'm not going to straighten it. This might be a challenge actually. No, let's do this. So I'm not going to straighten it. I'm just going to put it in. I'm going to put it in between the scarring that's already there for obvious reasons. I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom because I want to do this bit separately, because that needs thinner wire on the bottom, because I want that to really cut in, because I've got a bit of inverse. Again, it never cuts in down the bottom, because where you anchor it through the soil, the stree and the stree? Yeah, damn, can't speak. Sucker and succotash. Where the soil gives, the plant is stronger than the soil, so it will just push the wire out of the way. The wire needs to be rigid. You can screw it. I've seen people screw it to the side of the pot. So you do a little loop, you screw it to the side of the pot like that. I'm coming from this side so you can see it. Get your arm out of the way. Can't bloody see. So you screw it to the pot there, so it can't move at all. And then you start it. Good trick. Good trick. Full of tricks. Full of useless information. Right, here we go. Right, I said that we could use unstraightened wire. Proof's in the pudding, as they say. I like pudding. I love pudding. Oh. Not sweet. Got to be savoury. Steak and kidney pudding. Oh, you can't beat that. It's amazing. Steak and kidney pudding. Oof. Might have that later. So yeah, so as you see, I don't need to straighten the wire up. All these kinks and bends that are in the wire already, they're just naturally, look at that. See, I'll show you. Look, where are we? See that? See, it's all bent there where it's coming up. Yeah, I haven't done that. It was already in the wire, and the bit before it was already in the wire. Do this. Do that. Come back. Pucker. See? Don't go wasting your time straightening wire. God. Mind you, I did it for years. I did it one day. I was being lazy. I thought I'd just whip that on. Can't be asked to straighten it. And I thought, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Amazing. Right, because I've got some bits down here. I don't need these. I need a bit of a gap. It is a bit heavy. I won't take too much out, because obviously I want the trunk to fatten and I want maximum solar panel. I'm just going to take it out. They're quite nice because they do naturally stagger when they grow. So lefts and rights. Where are we? We're down here, aren't we? I can't. Lefts and rights. I say that there's one there. Yeah, don't listen to me. And there, but yeah, generally, look up here. Where are we? Where's the blooming camera gone? One there, and then one there. So they do naturally stagger. It's only the odd one that they do grow adjacent to one another. Adjacent. It's a weird word, that is. Not sure. There we go. So I've only taken 4 out of the bottom, and then already we're in a natural stagger. Waffling on again. Waffling. I am a professional waffler. See, even on the thinner bits, the wire just naturally goes back into shape. I tell you what would you do without me? Probably a lot better. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to loop it round. Get out of it. Loop it round at the top because you want to, because that little bit will just have a mind of its own and want to poke through the gap. You want to lock him in. Don't do it too tight because you don't want it cutting in for a change. You don't want the wire cutting in. There you go. Yeah. So, because I've got a natural bend there, I do want to give it a little bit of depth, definition. But I don't want too much of a bend because the bottom bit's heavy. With bends, you want a balance, you want a sweep, you want it to flow nicely. We're going to grab that, we're going to give it a little bit more of a twist. Twist it round. Twist it round like that, that's it. There we go, more fluid. Fluid, that's what I'm looking for. Fluid, there we go. Right, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to let these grow out because I want everything to fatten up. That's okay at the minute. I only cleaned it up just so I could see what was going on. I will prune it back in the spring. So they're pretty vibrant plants, they grow quick as long as you put them in the right pots. Can we talk about that? Make sure you put them in the right pots through sizes. So this was in a little pot, tiny pot, as a cut-in. Because what you don't want is the roots going crazy. They do, they go crazy and they're really hard to bring back in. So yeah, stagger your size of pots through the cut-in size. Important that is. Yeah, because you'll be struggling with roots in the future. And also, it's you'll find that you have to repot them every year for the first 5 years. But by doing that, you can keep check on the roots. So there is the advantages. There's an advantage there. Well, I'm going to actually bring that right round. So he's gone 180. That part of the foliage was around there. I was facing you a minute ago. So I've gone 180, which is good. Right, it's a little bit better. There's a bit of a straight bit here. Might better snap in half. I've got some band-aids next door. Oh, no, I'm just joking. Joking. There we go. Right, that's all I'm going to do. There we go. Pemury blues, love them. Right, throw this out in the garden. Right, cheers guys. Quick video, talking rubbish again.